for those who don't know, I lost 33 kg of my weight in 1 year. And it's been like 3-4 years that I'm maintaining. And I look almost the same after I lost weight. Nothing has changed. Yes, I have become more muscular because I lift weight and I am not a Hulk. So you can understand and you can go to the gym too. But so many people ask me that, don't you feel like eating? And I mean, you're so lucky that you are thin or you're fit. But don't you think that, I mean, you're just so lucky. So my answer to them is, and I think that answer should also inspire you to stay fit, is that it's not just that you change your mindset. The other aspect of it is that you have to raise your standards of life. For me, eating a pastry is not that lucrative than going to the gym. Yes, you have to be a bit obsessed. That is called discipline. Then only will you be able to stay what you want to be. Because even if you don't, I mean, what you are today is a reflection of what you accept for yourself. If you don't set some baseline standards, then you will take any and everything possible and just accept it as a part of your life. What you are today, when you look into the mirror, what your physical body today is not a reflection of your goals or not a reflection of your desires. It's a reflection of the identity that you hold for yourself. It's about it defines what your standards are. What you have done in your past is a reflection of that today. And trust me, today, you know, what we do, we make a lot of new plans, and a Monday is coming up just in 2 days. So most of you who would want to become fit, Sunday night dinner will be heavy. And from Monday morning, I'll do all what it takes to become fit. That's some of you must have already thought in your mind that from this Monday, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be fit, I'm not going to be lazy, I'm not going to eat the wrong food. But those of you who think that I should, mark my words, you are not going to achieve it. Why? Because you begin with the wrong foot forward. What is that? I should lose weight. I should work out. When you start with a should, it is like, you know, it is okay if you don't do it. If it happens, then it's great. But it is okay if you don't do it. But you have to start with a must, that I must do it. When you have your children's examinations coming up, then don't you take your class in a certain way? When you have to check their papers, don't you have your own life in that way where you accommodate giving more time to all those tasks at hand? That is a priority. It is mandatory, it is compulsory. In the same way, you have to make your health a priority, because what you reflect to your children, they will understand much more. If a teacher is fit, imagine how many lives you are influencing. You don't have to tell your child that, you know, don't sit in front of television while you are eating and go out and play. Ask your mother not to give you computers and laptops at this young age. Please reduce your television time. You don't have to tell anything to them. When they see you fit, when their role models are fit, then imagine what changes you can bring into the lives of so many people, not just the students, but their families. You are touching lives. So be an example. You are an amazing example of efforts, integrity, I mean, when I look at teachers, I just feel that you are sculptors of tomorrow. So why don't we also become fit and, you know, portray to our children, to our future, that it is so easy to be fit, it is so fun to be fit, and believe me, it's the best feeling when you're fit, when people look up to you, and already people look up to you, then why not give them one more reason to follow your footsteps. So with that note, again, I'd like to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to interact, to meet you all, and now you can ask me questions if you have.
Is it correct? We have a myth that 8 hours sleep or let's say 7 hours sleep, correct? But at a stretch, or because I don't have time, I have my routine, so I can take it up 5 hours in the night and 3 hours in the afternoon. Is there a right way?
Okay, yeah. See, number one, yes, you have to sleep for at least 8 to 10, I would say 10 hours a day. But I totally understand we don't have time that we sleep at a stretch for 8 hours. Yes, you can sleep in the afternoon. Wow. But, you know, immediately after lunch? No. Even, you know, there is one thing that if you take your lunch and then ડાબા પડકે સૂઈ જવાનું તો તમારું weight loss થાય. ડાબા પડકે વાળો system anybody knows? Yeah. So now my answer to you is તમે ડાબા પડકે સુવો, તમે જમણા પડકે સુવો કે તમે topsy turvy થઈને સુવો, વજન તો વધે જ. So you have to wait for at least 1.5 hours and then go to sleep. And when you already know that, yes, after eating I'm going to sleep, then eat your food in such a way where it is not very heavy. Because when we eat heavy food, immediately the first thing which we think of is our lovely bed. So don't get driven and attracted towards it. Hold on for 1.5 hours and not hold on watching a television. Be active. Whatever work you have, a little activity in the house, do it. Once you relax, then go to sleep. Yes, you can go to sleep in the afternoon, you can go to sleep in the evening as long as it doesn't interfere the night sleep. This is how you can plan your sleep. And if you're sleeping in the afternoon, take a nap, cat nap, not for 3 hours, a cat nap. Any other questions?
I just have one problem, that I cannot keep this motivation for a very long time. So it's a constant failure.
What's your good name?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name is Sulba.
Okay. And now, you know, the real feelings are coming out, and this is what I want. Okay, and this is nothing new. This happens. That, you know, you start with a Monday, you buy new shoes. The first thing that, you know, your house speaks more than you. You have so many new, unused, fresh shoes, new track pants. But then after a few days, it vanishes. Now there are two aspects. Number one, women who come to me before their wedding, they come with more or less the same question. That I want to reduce weight, but I'm not able to keep the motivation. What they tell me is that I want to reduce 10 kg because my husband, my to-be, would-be would want me to look like Deepika. And that's why I have to reduce. My parents are searching a groom for me, so I have to reduce like 5 kg. But once they are married, what happens? They reduce, okay, initially. They reduce. Yeah, they reduce. But what happens? They are back to their old eating habits and they are back to their old weight. એક વાર આપણે લગ્ન કરી લીધા પછી પ્રોબ્લેમ સામેવાળાનો. This is one sort of motivation. Now the second motivation can be that one female who met me, she wanted that her daughter, she was this woman I'm talking about was little plump, healthy. So she told me that I want to reduce weight because I want my daughter to learn something from me, that yes, if my mom can do it, why can't I? Because she was also putting on weight and she was hardly 16. So if her goal was that I want to look good, I want to be strong, be fit, to be a good role model to my daughter. So I don't even have to tell you that yes, she did it successfully, she is maintaining it, and yes, she is a great role model to her daughter. So if your motivation is a long-term one where you want to see that I want my students to tell me, ma'am, because of you, I feel like working out every day. Ma'am, because of you, I'm staying away from my chips and Oreo biscuits. Then this should be a motivation. And believe me, all of you have a strong reason to be fit and a strong reason to have a long-term motivation. Look at your children. What is your class strength? 40, 50? 40? 40 eyeballs are looking at you for inspiration. Every single morning. Every single day. Ask them, how do you define God? And they'll tell you, ma'am, I don't know God, but I know you. So, behave in a way where you are answerable to so many children. I think you have enough reasons to be motivated. for a long-term success, start weight training, start eating right. Whenever you feel like opening the refrigerator, eating the wrong food or not working out, remember those children who look up to you every single day. So I think this will help you be motivated. Yes. Any other questions, or you did not understand my lesson?
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi,
I
good
would
morning.
like to know that, as you said, you have to eat frequently. So how many hours gap you have to keep in your eating?
Okay.
Can you give us some guideline
sure.
on that? Thank you.
Broadly, your major meals should be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Roughly the timings should be, if you can, because I understand because of your work, but roughly it should be between 8 to 10, because at that time your metabolism at its peak and it's ready to eat. So between 8 to 10 you should be done with your breakfast. Then by 12 to 2 you should be done with your lunch, and by 6 to 8 in the evening you should be done with your dinner. So these are the broad times when you should be eating. And how many meals should you take in between and how often? You can take your meals every 2 to 3 hours a day, but that meal should not be a pizza. That is not a snack. A snack can be a cheese cube, yes. A snack can be an apple or a banana or nimbu pani or lassi. That can be a snack. But your snack cannot be pizza and pastas and pastries where you eat a lot. So this, if you eat frequently, it helps your body go into a process called thermogenesis, where it has to actually work to digest that food. So you burn a lot more calories even while resting. And for teachers, I'll give you one more tip. Carry green tea. 3 to 5 cups of green tea, if you have it in a day, without doing anything, you're burning about 80 calories. Good deal? But it will be a waste if you eat that chocolate bar because of your friend's birthday in the school. Yeah, next question, please.
To guide how many times we have to work out or how we have to work out?
Wow, yes. Now cardio every single day. That is walking at least for an hour every single day. Why? Because you eat every single day. Do you eat only 5 days a week? How many of you eat just 5 days a week? No, we eat every single day. So we have to walk, we have to be active every single day. Now talking about strength training. You have to strength train 4 to 5 days in a week. That way you will build muscles, and the more muscles you have, the more calories you burn even when you're sitting here and listening. So if you want to boost your metabolism, burn more calories without doing yes, you have to do effort initially, but without any great pains, then you have to lift weights. Yeah? And some people also ask me that, should I walk in the morning only, or is it okay if I walk in the night? You can walk whenever you get time, you can work out whenever you get time, but be honest with yourself, and just because you had gone for a walk in the night doesn't mean that when you come back you had a gola and then you came back. No. Yeah? So any other question?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, instead of going to gym, can we do some exercise at home? And
Yes.
which kind of exercise we can have?
Okay, fine. Yes, you can work out at home. But that comes with some statutory warning. How many of you have treadmills at home? How many days have you used it? Every day? Swear on God. Exactly, I was coming to that point only because people buy treadmills with very great enthusiasm. After a few months, the only use of the treadmill is kapda sukava mate. So, when we talk about can we work out at home, yes, you can work out, you can buy dumbbells, you can buy resistance band, you can buy skipping rope, work out at home. But since you are a teacher, if you get an emergency call, say by a student, then you helped him or her solve a query, or if somebody or a guest comes to your house, then you keep your exercise routine aside and you sit with the guest, you talk to the guest, and as you strength train, your ability to lift weights will go up. Initially you will pick up say 2 pounds, then you will go for 4 pounds. Now how often and how much weights would you buy and keep at home? And honestly, when you work out at home, you're not that sincere. So when you go out in the gym, you see so many people working out. You have to push yourself because the other guy is lifting weights and you're not, then you feel, nahi, nahi, yaar, mujhe bhi thoda to karna padega. So go with such friends who actually are sincere, and that way you'll be regular, you will find it more interesting to work out, and you will find the results. If you're working out at home, honestly, believe me, you will not be sincere. You will not be able to do it every day. So if you can find 1 hour of your time, if you can, spare 1 hour, then join a gym and work out there, not at home.
Can go. It's an excellent gym, Vasant Nature, just the next door campus.
Now this is one more permanent motivation for us to hit the gym. So now the next, so I think you are running less on excuses now.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Since milk is a vital part of our diet,
Sorry?
Milk.
Okay, milk, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know whether we can have skimmed milk.
Okay. Yes, you can have skim milk. The best is cow milk if you like, because it is low on calories, high on nutrition. But if you don't like cow milk, yes, you can have skim milk. Why skim milk? Because it has almost the same amount of nutrients, but again it is low on calories. So yes, you can have skim milk. But then there are people who वो skim milk का भी skim milk कर देते हैं. They add a lot of water and have the milk. Then what is the point? Instead, just have water. Don't waste time having milk. So for those of you who are even eager to read more about milk, you can read tomorrow's Ahmedabad Mirror. I am going to write about why milk is needed for women and what sort of things you should be, being careful about milk and all. So you can read tomorrow's Ahmedabad Mirror to know more about milk. Yes.
One more.
Hello.
Hi.
In your lecture, you talked about the 40s and 50s, but what about us like 60 plus? Is it the same criteria or something different?
See, it applies to every soul, whoever has 2 legs, everyone. Age no bar. On the contrary, it applies more to you because you have to exercise, you have to lift weights because see, your muscles, your body, and nobody apart from you knows inside what age you are. So lie to yourself, you are 20 and you lift more weights. It's all here. So be in a company of people who are young. I'll start with saying that. And those who don't tell, अरे आपकी तो बहुत उम्र हो गई, अभी आपको क्या करना है? अभी आपको ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. Stay away from them. This is the first thing you can start doing. Be with young people. And yes, lifting weights, you have to, but just be careful that if you have never worked out all these years, then work under a trained professional who can guide you so that there is no unnecessary pressure on your knees or your back. And you can start lifting weights. You will see great results. And you will build more muscles. You will become stronger. At this age, especially, you need to be strong. You will stay fit. And as I told to the other people, that you are role models. But at 60, if you're fit, you're role models to not only your students, but to the people who are also in 40s and also people who are in 20s. You give a lot of hope. So not only for yourself, please start working out for all of us.
I heard a lot that we have to include either wheat product or rice product at a time. So we have to avoid rice or rice product.
You have to avoid rice products if what?
So it increases our weight or calories or anything else?
See, what happens is that when you go on a diet, you have heard a lot of people tell you avoid rice, avoid mango, avoid anything that has high carbs. Now, our bodies basically, carbohydrates are the fuel to our body. So, if you don't have carbs, don't expect that you will feel good. Okay, number one. But when we talk about carbohydrates, there are two forms. One is simple, one is complex. So avoid the simple ones, that is empty calories, you know, your ice creams, your pastries, sugar, avoid that. Talking about rice, you have to have rice. It will not increase your weight. If, see, if you had any rice product in the breakfast or for lunch, and you're going to be active throughout the day, then you will not gain weight. But if you have rice in the night, go to sleep right away, then yes, rice will increase your weight. But if you're in your calorie limit, if you're eating rice, you can go for brown rice, but then people don't like its taste, and it is really tough to cook. It takes a lot of time. So if you don't want to do that, you can go for white rice, but just at the right time, then you won't increase your weight. And how many of you have not had mango this season just to maintain your weight and just to... there was one person. What happened? The other people, you know, Arey, kem hath uncho kar rahe ho? How many of you had no mangoes? Brave souls. No mangoes, 1, 2. There was one here, 3, 4, 5.
I was not going to have, but then I read your article.
Okay.
And it cost me a few $1,000.
Don't blame it on me. Okay, especially for those 5 people who said that they have not had mangoes, please have it today, without fail. Exactly. Run, go home. If you don't find it in the market, go to your neighbor's place, fight with them, and take the mango and eat. But eat mango.